This is so true. You cannot sleep in Ghana.
In Ghana, if you complain that you can't sleep, there's only one statement everyone will tell you, and not now. What does that mean? It means that you truly do not feel sleepy. If you indeed sleepy, you will definitely sleep.
Hello and good morning. This is so true. You cannot sleep in Ghana. Hear this noise? There's a funeral. Yesterday night, they started to play music at 2 a.m. And this has been ongoing.
To your surprise, you even go to the place they are making that noise, and you find someone sleeping on the speakers. I'm going to share with you my story with one African American when he visited Ghana, and he also talked about the noise and the churches and the way the mosque they call early in the morning, and some church can make a lot of noise the entire night, and he finds it so frustrating. So he asked me, why does this happen? But before I go into detail, if this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell button so that you get notified whenever we post any videos. If you want to buy a house in Ghana, you want to buy a land in Ghana, if you want someone to help you do your due diligence before you buy a land anywhere, or if you want to book consultation to learn about a real estate business in Ghana or general business in Ghana, I'm available for that. Just check in the description of the video, you get my number there, you reach me. See, there was a time I was with one African American who visited Ghana. You know, while we were talking, he talked about how there's too much noise in the country. The mosque, whenever it is time for prayer, they call for prayer. Why can't they just, you know, do it without making or calling the azan? They are making noise. Imagine 5 a.m. The person will be asleep, and you hear the people who use microphone and call for prayer and disturb the place. And there was a time that where he was living at, there was this church that was having a church service, and they made noise the entire night. He couldn't sleep. So he was asking me, why is it so? And I was telling him that, see, normally Ghana is known for one thing. It's known for tolerance. If you can't tolerate, you can't be here. Yes, if you can't tolerate, you can't be here. If you see things to be stupid, or you see things to be unpleasant, and you can't entertain them, then you can't be here. Though there are few exceptions, which I will tell you later. So I made it very clear to him that, number one, you need to understand the environment where you are coming into. Ghana is a multi-religious, multicultural environment where people have their own lifestyle, and we as Ghanaians have actually grown to accept each other. We may not like whatever each person is doing, but we grow to accept it. Let me give you an example. Like, I'm a Muslim, right? Then there's a church right behind me. I'm not joking. This house that I am in, there's a church right behind our house. And there are times that they run all night services. And if it is time for Christmas, they're going to make their services the entire night. We don't go tell them they should stop doing what they're doing because they're making noise. They're preventing us from sleeping. We don't do that. There were times that as Muslims, though I'm a Muslim, but I got to be fair. You wake up early in the morning, by 4:30 or 4 o'clock, they'll call for prayer. And a Christian, or even a Christian or an atheist or whoever that will be living at a community, you hear the call for prayer, that prayer would disturb his sleep. But he can't, you know, he can't actually complain about it. Why? Because he has grown to accept it. There are times that we go sit in the public transport, and you know, it doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim or a Christian in the public transport. I'm not saying we like it though, but we just go to accept it. Like, for example, then a pastor will go stand in front or inside the car while the car is moving. Then he'll be preaching. He can talk for 30 minutes or 1 hour. He's just on top of his voice. Wait. It can be a female or a male pastor. We as Muslims will be seated inside the car. We don't like it. We don't like what the man is saying. We don't like, we see it to be noise. But we can't say anything. And we don't say anything. You know why? Because we grow to understand that if we don't like one thing, another person may like it. And that is how it is in Ghana. So if you come to Ghana here and you want to learn about Ghanaian culture, you need to understand that we are multicultural people, and when you say multicultural or multi-religious or more different type of people, you need to understand that each ethnic group or each community comes with its own baggage, and you don't necessarily have to like the baggage that comes with, but you have to grow to also accept it. Another reason why we don't stop each other or we don't complain about each other is that, yeah, you might complain that the Christians are making noise. They are making noise the entire night, and you may be a Muslim, yeah, making noise the entire night. And there are times that you as a Muslim, you also wake up early in the morning to call for prayer. So if you complain and you bar or stop him from doing his church service, there too, when you also wake up early in the morning to call for prayer, to go to your mosque, they also stop you from doing that too. Are you ready to give up what you do because you've stopped other people from doing what they also want to do? We are not ready for that. So there are a lot of things that actually happen, but we don't like it though, but we just go to accept it. And that is who we are as Ghanaians. So the exceptional cases is that there are estates or there are, communities. There are locations where this is not allowed. Let me give you an example. There is an estate in Accra here where there is no mosque inside the estate, and I've seen a church inside the estate, but that church was made to have a sound system inside. So when they are having their church services, it doesn't come outside the church, it remains inside. They have installed speakers, they have installed soundproof that keeps the sound inside the church building, but it doesn't come outside. And that is what they've done. So those are exceptional cases. So you can find communities like that people are actually you don't get to hear those kind of noise, as you may put it. You understand? You are free. You can. There are communities like that in Ghana yet that you can actually enjoy yourself. So other than just tolerance, other than we growing to actually tolerate, we actually also learn that if we don't tolerate them, they will also be able to tolerate that, and that's why we grow to understand. So basically, we are sorry for how you feel, but the thing is that we are not ready to change to make you feel good. So if you are coming to Ghana or you are coming to our country, just know that this is one of the baggage. If you are interested, you come into it. Have you understand? Yeah. So this is actually my video that is to educate you about our culture and our way of life. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell button so that you get notified whenever we post our new videos. If you want to buy a house in Ghana, you want to buy a land in Ghana, we have properties. Check in the playlist in the description of this video. You get it to check it out. We also have, if you want to book me for consultation to learn about real estate and general business in Ghana, I'm available. If you also want to book me to go do due diligence before you buy any property in Ghana, I'm available for that. My name is Imoru Sadat. Welcome to Business Trends Ghana. If you want a company to handle a building project, we have a reputable company for that. Enjoy your day. Bye bye. I'm out.
Subscribe to BTG Talking Business.